Today, I'm going to show you how to build your online beauty courses on Pretty Dashboard. Now, courses are done a little bit differently on Pretty Dashboard than most course platforms, as Pretty Dashboard isn't a native course platform. It's a website builder, a funnel builder, an all-in-one beauty platform. But you are able to create courses on Pretty Dashboard. And the way you do that is through a funnel. You're essentially putting your course inside of a funnel. And the cool thing about that is the fact that you can brand each funnel to your heart's content. You can give it its own domain name, you can give it its own native SEO, and a lot of other features that help that funnel be its own entity. So instead of having, stevensbeautysite.com/course/beauty course, it's going to be stevenscourse.com. So you can send people to this exact funnel and get them to go through the funnel to be able to purchase the course and take the entire course inside of the funnel, which is really cool and different. And the other cool thing is you can completely customize how each and every single page of the funnel and the course itself looks. And so this is definitely more of an approach that you have to work a little harder for, but in the end, it really creates this unique, customized experience for your customers that they won't have on a traditional course platform. So I really wanted to show you how to do that, and I'm going to go through step by step of how to set up an online course on Pretty Dashboard. Now, within the next few months, we are developing our own native learning management system within Pretty Dashboard, so you won't necessarily have to create courses like this forever, but I think it's really cool to know how to do, and you can, like I said, create a really unique experience for your customers. And I think in this day and age, instead of everything being cookie cutter, the more that you can stand out from the crowd, the more chances you are of building a really strong following and possibly a really strong income stream. So why not try something different? If you haven't met me before, my name is Steven Struzzulo. I am the owner and CEO of Pretty Dashboard. And if you haven't heard about Pretty Dashboard is a platform where you can put your beauty business online and all in one place. You can create your websites, your online store, your funnels, you have built-in email, you have the ability for people to book appointments like coaching calls and things like that with you. And you can connect it all together. So you no longer have to worry about 20 different platforms that you have to connect all with Zapier and have, thousands of dollars in subscriptions every year. This is a way for you to really simplify your beauty business and really focus on what makes you creative and what makes you stand out. And the person that works the best on Pretty Dashboard is someone who has goals. They aren't afraid to work a little harder. They aren't afraid to spend a little more time building out these experiences for their customers instead of just using a cookie cutter platform that has everyone's things looking exactly the same. This is for someone that can really wants to build out a unique, amazing experience for their customers. And the cool thing is, every time I put up a tutorial, and I also go live every single week on Saturday building out websites from scratch on Pretty Dashboard so you can see how it works, you can get better at it, you can learn different things. The cool thing is all these templates that I create, like the one I'm about to create today for the online course, these are available and will be available by the time you watch this video on Pretty Dashboard. So you will be able to use these actual templates. You can change how they look. You could just put in your information in your pictures and use it how it is, or you could start completely from scratch. It's really up to you, and that's what I wanted to create with Pretty Dashboard. Now, to use Pretty Dashboard is a completely free 2-week trial. You do not have to enter your credit card information at all, just your name and email, and you can get building for 2 weeks for free. So in that time, you could build out a few course funnels and you could build out your entire website before you even start paying anything. And the only time you'll actually have to start paying is if you want your website to be live and your subscription to be live. So you'll never be charged randomly. You're not entering your credit card. So go ahead and go sign up at prettydash.co and get building for 2 weeks for free. And like I said, I do get on here every single week on Saturday and I go live and build a website from scratch, but I'm also constantly uploading new tutorials and new funnel tutorials. So if you want to stay up to date on everything and learn how to really use Pretty Dashboard to really accelerate your beauty business, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like and do all of the YouTube things, and we will just get right into this and get building this online beauty course on Pretty Dashboard. Now, before we get building, the best way to go through this tutorial is to look at the chapter markers and go from there. So do one chapter marker, do everything you need to do with that section, pause it, do all of it, come back to the next chapter marker and move on. All right, I'll leave you guys alone. Let's get building. All right, so we're gonna build out your online course today on Pretty Dashboard. So as I said before, the courses on Pretty Dashboard are actually inside of a funnel, which allows you to have your own domain name for that funnel, have its own native SEO, search engine optimization. And so your courses can really, really, really easily be found. So instead of, the typical course platform, and actually in a few months from now, from whenever you're seeing this video, we will actually be releasing, and we've been working on a native learning management system inside of Pretty Dashboard. So it'll be more like you're used to, like Kajabi or Teachable and all of that. But for right now, the way that we build online courses in Pretty Dashboard is inside of its own funnel. So you can essentially create every single page just like you would on the normal web builder. And you can make every single page of your course look completely different. You can completely customize your course, which is unlike most other course platforms. You're kind of stuck to the templates that they have. And we have templates for the courses. If you just go into the funnel section and add a new funnel, you'll see the online course options that we have, but you're also able to build out your own. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna build a course funnel from scratch, and it will actually be available as a template if you sign up for Pretty Dashboard. So if you want to sign up for Pretty Dashboard, it is a 14-day free trial. You do not have to pay anything. You do not have to put in your credit card. You can build until you're ready to launch. And when you're ready to launch is when you can start the subscription. So even after the 14 days, you will not be charged anything because you never entered your credit card. So you can essentially build out these course funnels and figure out your whole plan before you start paying anything, which is really nice. So go ahead and go sign up at prettydash.co, click start now and get started and get signed up, and then we'll build this course funnel together. Okay, so once you've logged in, you will be brought to this main builder page where you do everything like your store, your appointments, your emails, everything. But this is where we're gonna build out our funnel for the online course. So go up to here to sites and funnels, click create a funnel. And like I said, here's the online course funnel that you can choose from, but we're actually gonna start with an empty funnel today. Choose the name of your funnel and it'll start to populate. You can watch this little video also if you need more help along the way. But let's get the main settings set up before we start building out the funnel. So come up to here where this is where you see the domain name for this funnel. So if you click on this, it'll show you a preview, and obviously there's nothing on the page yet, so it was a blank page. But like I said, the cool thing about funnels on Pretty Dashboard is that you can have a domain name for each one. So if you're on the unlimited plan, you could literally connect unlimited domains that you've purchased from GoDaddy or wherever you like to get your domains from. You can connect unlimited ones depending on the plan that you're on. But even if you're on the lower plans, you still get 1 or 5 or 30 funnels. So you're able to connect domains to all of those. So that's separate from your website domain. So instead of having, stevenssalon.com, and then a bunch of random stuff, which is, your website is your main hub. So that's where you kind of put all of your information. But if you want to get specific with your customers and you want to send them on a specific journey and goal, you want to send them to your funnel. So instead of sending someone to Steven's course or stevenssalon.com when I'm talking to them about lashes, or I'm talking to them about my online courses, I could send them to the specific online course funnel. So we could call it, stevenscourse.com. So come up here, click your domain settings, and we're gonna mess with some of these other settings after we do that. But you can change your domain to just the subdomain, so you could make it just onlinecourse.pretty-co, and it changes that. So now that's your new domain. But if you want to enter your own domain that you've already purchased from somewhere, you just enter it here, click connect domain, and follow all the steps. It's super, super easy and can change the game completely. So for example, when someone logs into your course or my course, it's going to be stevenscourse.com/login instead of stevenssalon.com/courses/course log. It can just get really crazy. But with this, you don't have to do that. You can connect your own domain. So now that we've done that, we're just going to go over a few of the other funnel settings. So since we are on this one page, you can edit this SEO for each of the funnel pages, aka the funnel steps, and we'll go over that as we build this funnel, what those actually mean. And you can enter that here. You can also change the URL for that certain page. You can make it public, you can make it password protected, and you can make it members only, which is how we will give access to the course for the people that purchased it. And we'll go over that later as we connect everything at the end. So we'll come back to the settings. And we did the domain already, so you can look at your general. So if you want to have a favicon up here for your specific course instead of your website favicon, you can have a separate one here. You can put a social sharing image, which is just going to be when someone posts a link or you post a link on your social media, this will be the image that shows along with the link. And so for the funnel settings, since we are going to be using products, when you create a product, it's going to put it into your main store. But if you want it to be only in your funnel and not have the links to those products in your store, you can click this check mark. And I definitely recommend that with your funnel. So that way you can keep those products separate. So that way people aren't going and purchasing your course from a main hub, they're purchasing it in your funnel, so that way they can get access to your course and stay on the journey that you've built for them with the funnel. Now you can also change your language, so you can make the entire thing in the language that you choose. You can also choose your date format. You could have it in military time or regular time. I definitely recommend military time. For cookies, you can have that cookie pop up on your page. They say it's recommended, but it's up to you really. Applications, this is just going to be if you want to connect it to certain applications. Like if you are using a separate email provider, you can connect that here. You can connect your Facebook pixel and other things like that. If you know how to connect webhooks, which is more like developer speak, or you know someone that knows how to do that, you can, things that happen on your site, like let's say that someone purchases something, you can connect it to a webhook to be able to take another action on a different platform. But the reason we created Pretty Dashboard was to not have a bunch of platforms. But if you are used to using something like ActiveCampaign or whatever, you can totally connect those here. And personalization is super fun, especially for courses. Like let's take for instance the member first name. So on the page, on their course dashboard page, we're actually going to do this today. We're going to put hey and then put the member first name, welcome to the dashboard. And so when they log in, they're going to see their first name. So the person has to be logged in for this to actually work. But you can make different personalization tags and have those things populate automatically without you having to do anything. And that's pretty much it for the settings. Now let's just take a quick little overview of the funnel manager. So this is your funnel manager. This is where you're going to add the new steps, aka the next page in the step, in the goal, in the journey. And we'll do that in just a second. I'm gonna build out the entire thing so you'll see how this all works. But I just quickly wanna show you. So this is where all the steps are. You can see, you know, your analytics for it, how many visitors, how many sales you got in this actual funnel, how many orders, and then these are where your products are, so you can add the products that you want inside of your funnel. And you can also see your top performers. Now, if you want to see the settings for each individual page, just click the little icon here, go to show settings, and this again is where you can change the landing page name, you can change the URL, and you can make it public, password protected, or members only, and again, the SEO info. Okay, now that we've got all the settings set up and everything, we are going to make the bones of this funnel. Okay, now that we've got all the settings done, we're going to build out the bones of this funnel real quick before we get into customizing everything. I just want to lay out what we're going to do with this funnel and go from there. So the flow of this funnel is actually going to start on the sales page. Then we're going to go to a checkout and upsell page. Then we're going to be brought to a thank you page. And then from that thank you page, they can log into their course. And then after they log into their course, they will be brought to their course dashboard with all the information and all the modules and lessons and all of that. And then they will be able to go through their actual course through the modules and the lesson pages that you create. And I'll show you how to connect all of that in a few, but let's just first start with the bones of everything and just get our kind of flow set up in the funnel dashboard and go from there. So you're gonna go to your funnel dashboard again, and we're currently on the landing page right now. So it looks just like your normal web builder. You can do all the same things, except this is inside of a funnel and again in its own domain name. So we'll start on the funnel dashboard. This is our landing page. I'm actually gonna change the name just for organization purposes. So this is actually gonna be the sales page for the course. And we are gonna leave it public for right now, but we are gonna be moving everything to members only here soon, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. So we're gonna build out everything with the funnel, and then we're gonna connect it all toward the end. So stay tuned for that. So we'll actually add the next step, which is the checkout. So we'll choose page here, and you could do a pop-up checkout if you wanted to, but I am privy to pages. So we're just gonna name that checkout, keep it public again, and save it. And so now it added this new page. So you can see all your funnel steps here. If you wanted to go back to the sales page to edit that, you could just click it, but we're on the checkout page now. And so since this is a checkout, I'm actually going to populate this real quick so we can add the upsell. So we'll come back and edit it all how it looks, but for right now, we're actually going to put the checkout box in here just for a sec, just so we can add the upsell part of it. So save that, go back to your funnel steps, and now you can see that you can add an upsell or a downsell, and you could add multiple of those. So that way, when they're after they've entered all their information on this checkout and they click pay, it's going to bring them automatically to this upsell page, which keeps them and all of their information in there. So that way your upsell can be purchased and they don't have to re-enter all this information. If you were to put an upsell page as a next funnel step, yes, they'll be brought to that upsell page, but they will have to enter their information again. So you definitely want to do the upsell on the actual checkout. So we'll click add upsell or downsell, and all it is a page or a pop-up just like any other. It's just making sure that it's inside of this step. So we're gonna add the upsell page, we're gonna make it empty, and we're gonna just call this upsell 1 just for now. We may change it later. So now here's the upsell page. It looks just like all the other pages, except it's inside of this checkout. So you could add multiple, you could add another one, you could have it another downsell, you could put as many as you want in there. But we're gonna move on, we're just gonna do one upsell for this course funnel. So let's move on to the thank you page. So we'll add another page, we're gonna call it thank you, and add. And then next we will add the login page, and add it. And then the next step is the course dashboard that they get to after they log in. Add that. And now you are starting to see how you can kind of build this out however you want. You're not pigeonholed like other course platforms to how they have everything set up. You can literally make your own flow. You can make your course dashboard look completely different from every other page. You can make your modules look different from every other page. It's really, really cool. So we'll add the module pages now and the lesson pages, but we're actually only gonna add one right now because we're actually going to duplicate this. Since we do want all the module and lesson pages to look the same, we're just gonna make one for now, do all of our edits, and then just duplicate this so that way we don't have to do that for every page. But like I said, if you want to make your module and lesson pages look completely different for each one, which could be cool because you can really make an interactive experience for your clients on each page depending on the content you're teaching on that page. So you could have a bunch of videos on one, you could have a bunch of text on one, you could really make it however you want. So that's the really cool part of that. So if you wanted to have them look completely different, you could make separate, you could make them all right now as we're creating the bones of this funnel. But for this lesson and just for the template, I want to keep it simple. So we're going to make the modules and lessons look the same. So we're just going to make one of each. And then toward the end, we'll duplicate them all to add as many as you want. So if you have 5 modules, we'll duplicate this 5 times. If you have 5 lessons in each module, we'll duplicate this a lot of times. So this is basically the bones of this funnel. So you see all the steps in this funnel are in one place. So we're taking our customer on a journey from our sales page all the way to our lessons after they've purchased everything. And it's contained in this one domain name, and only the people that have purchased this course can access these pages. And I'll show you how to do all of that at the end. But next, we're gonna create the products that you are gonna sell, AKA the course that you're gonna sell. We're gonna turn it into a product. That way we can put it into this funnel and make sales and slay the day. So the next step, we are going to add the course product that's going to be purchased in the course funnel to give them access to the course. So to do that, we're gonna go back to the funnel dashboard, and you can optionally go create a product from the store tab, but I like to kind of just stay in one little area. So we're going to go back to the funnel dashboard. We're gonna go to products, and then we're gonna click create product. Now this will just pop up a product creation tab without having to go to the store and do it like that. So we will add the product name. So we're going to call this online course just to keep it simple. And you can use the simple editor and just write out a description, or you can use the drag and drop editor just like you would on the web builder and put whatever you want in there. If you want a button in there, if you want icons, you can really get elaborate with this page. But I'm gonna keep it simple for now. So we're gonna make the course price $197. I love a good 7 at the end of numbers. I don't know if that's how you are as well, but it seems to be some psychology thing that I just follow. I don't know why I would purchase something that says 197 over 199 considering it's only $2 more, but or $2 less, but for some reason I do. If I see 197, I am like, sign me up. But if I see 199, I'm like, ew, that is so expensive. But anyway, let's move on. So with the products, you can make it on sale if you want, so it shows the sale price and the original price, but we're gonna leave it how it is. You can make this a subscription, so if you had a higher priced course and you wanted them to make, 3 payments of $197 instead of, however much the main thing is, you could charge it every 2 months, you could charge it every 1 month. So in the typical case, like a lot of courses I see will be 3 payments of whatever for once every month, so you'll pay for 3 months and then you'll have access to that course. So we'll just kind of leave it at that for now. If they want to make the 3 payments, so it'll break it up for you automatically. Okay, so right now it says that this is a physical product, but we're actually going to change it to membership. And I know you might be thinking, well, this is a digital product. And yes, it is. But for this purpose, because like we said, we want them to be a member. So that way, because they purchased the course, they will be able to access the certain course pages that you specify. So we are going to choose membership, and we will add the member groups later, because that's what we're actually going to be doing last, is connecting all the member groups and connecting everything everything up so that way your course runs the way that it should. So we're just for now going to select membership, and we're going to come back to here and select the member groups later. You can track the inventory. You can make a custom thank you page if you wanted to, but since we are in a funnel, the funnel is going to take them to the thank you page. So you don't have to worry about that, and I'll show you how to make that happen as well. When we get to the checkout page, you just click a setting that says go to the next funnel step basically. But you could also specify here, and this is just per product even. So if you had something else and we weren't in a funnel, you would be able to have its own custom thank you page for each product that they purchase, which can get really intricate. You can have additional questions that you want to ask when they're adding to the cart. Like if you are selling a physical workbook with your course, you could have them put what they want engraved on the book or whatever here. And also you can tag your customers. So in your CRM, you'll be able to organize people by tags and email them by tags. So you could add a new tag here that specifies that they purchased online course, for instance. That way you can just have those people organized and you can contact them instead of having to contact everyone at the same time. And up here, you just want to add an image for the course. So I'm just going to pick a fun random image, and actually I used this Oprah image for my day job. I work at Lash Anarchist, a lash extension brand, and we sent out a text just saying that people were going to get free socks with every order during Black Friday. So I sent them this Oprah image. So we'll actually just use that as the course image because why not? It's so silly. So we're just gonna save the changes. Oh, well, it's saying I gotta pick a member group. So for now, we're just gonna pick the basic members, but later on, we'll change it to course members. So just so I can show you, the product is in your store, but because we specified those settings at the beginning, it won't show up in our main store, but it will show up in our funnel. So again, I'll just show you that real quick, the funnel settings. You can remove the direct links to store products from your funnel. So that way, it'll only stay in the funnel and it won't bring you to other, on normal products, you'll see other links to bring you to other places in the store, and we don't want that. We want them to stay in the funnel. So I'm actually going to show you one more little setting that I forgot to show as I was creating the product, but you want to hide this product so that way it does not show up in the store and it just shows up in the funnel. All right, so we've created the product. Now we're good to go to the next step. The most fun step, which is making each of the pages and customizing them however we want. So let's just get into that then. Okay, the fun part, building out each of the pages. Now, I don't want this to be a 3-hour-long video, so I am just gonna go through the flow of each page, and then I'm gonna speed up the video as I am creating and building the pages. You'll be able to see how the builder works through this, but if you feel like the video is going too fast, I do actually build websites from scratch every single week on live. So if you want to check out those YouTube lives, the past ones, or you want to subscribe for future ones, make sure that you are subscribed and that you follow me so that you know when those lives come out. But they typically come out Saturday or Sunday every single week, and those videos are about 3 hours long. And you can see me build a website from scratch and see how the builder itself works. But for time purposes for this tutorial, I just want to show you each of the pages and kind of what is going to be on each page. And then we'll go on further with the tutorial once I get all the pages built and customized. So let's first start with the sales page. Now this is the page that they are going to land on. This page is going to stay public. This page is going to have SEO so that way it can be found. And this is where you'll send people with your link. So if you change the website to stevenscourse.com, when you send them stevenscourse.com and they click the link or however they get to it, they will be brought to this sales page, and this will be the start of the funnel. So for the sales page flow, we're gonna start with a hero section, which is just like a big section with a picture and the headline text. Then we're gonna do a does this sound like you section. Then we're gonna move on to a what if section, like what if this happens? What will the success be for that person? Then we're gonna move on to an introducing the course section and what they'll get inside of the course. Then we're gonna put a section with 3 boxes that show the different bonuses that they're gonna get in the course. And then after the bonus section is gonna be the price box section. Then we're gonna move on to another call to action section that just is again reiterating that they need to enroll. Then we're gonna put some testimonials after that. Then after that section, we're gonna put an about the teacher section. So this would be about you, or if you're with a partner or something teaching, then the both of you or multiple of you, however many teachers there are. Then we're gonna put a facts section just for frequently asked questions that they might have. And then another price box section. And then last but not least, another call to action section for them to enroll. And all the buttons that say enroll on this page are going to go to the next funnel step, which is the checkout. So let's just get into building this real quick, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here we are in the website preview, and you can see the different versions of it, and I'll go over how to fix the mobile version toward the end, but for the most part it pretty much takes on what you put on the desktop version, but you always want to double check and make sure the mobile version is also looking the same, because on a lot of page builders you have to edit the mobile version and it messes up the desktop version. But with Pretty Dashboard we do it a specific and different way, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. Now let's just take a look at what I just created for the sales page, and then we will move on to the checkout page. So this is the hero section I was talking about. This is where you put the headline and just something to catch their attention to want to keep reading about your course. And of course they can enroll now, which will bring them to the next funnel step, which is the checkout. Then we have the does it sound like you section, which is just like you're pointing out their problems. Like, is this the problem that you're having? And then, so that way your course is the what if, like what if this is what your life looked like now that you have taken this course? This is what your life could look like, basically. And then we move on to introducing the course, and you could put a mock-up of, you know, all the different course sections and different workbooks that they get here if you wanted to make something on Canva for that. And then this is just a little quick list of kind of the things that they'll get, and you can add more, take away. You can completely get rid of this when you're editing your own page. Then we move on to the bonus section, where it lays out the different sections or the different bonuses that you offer with your course and how much value that actually could be if they were actually purchasing each one of those things by themselves. And now we move on to the pricing section where you have your pricing boxes that they are going to see how much everything is and all of that, and they can decide if they want to enroll or not. And again, these buttons will take them to the next funnel step, which is the checkout. You don't want them going anywhere else but the checkout. That's what the funnel is about. And then we just have a quick little call to action like classes starting soon, get started. This again will bring you to the checkout. And then we have testimonials. Those are super important. Social proof will sell your course more than anything will. Then we have about you, the teacher, or like I said, if you have multiple teachers, you can put them all here. And then we have our frequently asked questions section. That is always helpful for people that are on the fence still. And then again, we have the course price boxes and another call to action. And that is the sales page. So now that we've built that, let's move on to the checkout page. On to the checkout page. So we're going to go to the next funnel step here and go to the checkout page and edit that how we want it to look. And as we did before, we put in the little checkout here just so I could show you the whole upsell and everything, but let's finish the rest of this. So I'm going to start just building, and I will come back when I want to talk about a few things about the settings for this, but let me just build real quick, speed up the video, and then we'll come back. Okay, now I've made the page how I want it to look, and you can always change everything and add all pictures and whatever you want, but I'm fine with how that is for just the template purposes. So we're gonna edit the checkout now. We've already edited how we want it to look, but now we're just gonna add a few of the settings like the products. So you wanna add the product that you just created for your course. So we're gonna add that product right now, the online course. It's added in there. Now you can add a bump offer on this, which is just gonna be like, hey, do you wanna add this to your order? Like it could be a workbook, it could be an audio version, whatever you want that bump to be, you could put that here. So you would just create another product and put that here. So you're gonna you would have to make another product for your bump, and you would select it here and then fill out the information and have that bump on there. But for this purpose, we're not gonna do the bump right now, but know that you can, and it'll be down at the bottom. So let's just double check that we've got everything. You don't want them to allow if you want them to buy multiple courses, go right ahead, but we don't need to change the quantity, and we don't need to let them choose because we want them to purchase this course. So you can also style the checkout from this little area too, but we're pretty much good with that part of it. So now we're gonna go to the other settings of the checkout. So the thank you page, you again can have a custom thank you page, but we want them to go to the next funnel step. And because in the original settings that we put here that the checkout will bring them to the next funnel step, it will automatically, but you can also put it here just for good measure. You can click this to allow discounts, which would let them enter their promo code. You can make it so they will get registered for your website when they check out, so they can log in and see their past history and all of that stuff, which I definitely recommend if you're going to do the course, because you want them to be able to create an account so that they are put into the correct member group. So you can also connect them to email marketing. So you could create a list that says like online course customers. So that way when they purchase this course, they'll get put into that email list, and you can email just those people about specific things that have to do with the course. And you can also click to not add their address when you're selling digital goods. You don't really need to put that for shipping addresses, but whatever you want to do. You can you can tag them again to another order, purchased online course if you want, and you're good to go. You can add different fields if you want. You can make things required, and you can ask for additional information if you want, but you don't really have to do that when it's just a course. It just depends the kind of course you have, and maybe you need some information on them or whatever. So there we have it. There's the checkout. We will worry about the member groups thing again till later, because you saw as we were building the product itself, you could choose which member group they went in. So if they go through this checkout, they're going to be put into that member group. And like I said, at the end, we're going to go over how to connect the member groups and how to make the pages accessible only to those members. So we don't need to worry about that right now. So that's the checkout. We're actually going to quickly just move on to the upsell page. I'm not going to create an entire page for this. You could literally actually create just a pop-up if you wanted to. So we're actually just going to edit this as a regular page. Like, let's pretend that we have a whole title and everything, and it's like, buy this upsell, wait, you need to finish your order, get this upsell. In order to make it so it connects to your checkout, you need to add the upsell widget. So once you have your headline, your pictures, and all of that, this is where you would add the upsell widget, so that way it adds on to the cart that you were already doing. So you would again make another product for your upsell, whatever that is. Maybe it's a bigger online course, maybe it's a coaching program, whatever it is, make another product and you would add it here. You can overwrite the default price. So let's say on your main store, your coaching product is $997, but because they're doing this upsell, you could make the upsell price $447 or whatever. Not 4470, but 447. So that way when they see the upsell, it says 447 and not 997. And then they can click buy now, or they can click no thanks. So they'll click buy now, it'll add to their order and finish the checkout and go to the thank you page, which is the next funnel step. You can also add a decline link that will just go to the next step automatically. So it'll go to the next funnel step, which is the thank you page. So it'll still just bring them right to the thank you page, which is nice. You can click to have the buttons next to each other if you want. And again, with the upsell, you could connect this to another list. So this could be purchased upsell, for instance. So something like that, you know, and so then that'll add them to that list and you can thank them separately, have them put into another sequence, whatever you want to do. And again, as always, you can tag customers on the order, so we can create an upsell tag and now they're in your CRM with the upsell tag on them and you can collect them and do whatever you want. So we won't go through the full, you've seen how to basically build a page, so you can make your upsell page look however you want, but just make sure that you add the upsell widget in there so that way it still connects to your checkout, which it's in the page itself is in the checkout, but you need the actual product to connect to this checkout as well. So now that we've done that, we will move on to the thank you page. Built the checkout, we've built the upsell page. Now let's build the thank you page that they'll be brought to in the next funnel step, which is where all the buttons on the checkout and the upsells go to. It's the next funnel step, which is the thank you page. So again, I'm gonna build this out, but I'll let you know kind of the flow of what this is gonna look like. So first it's gonna say, yay, you're enrolled, check your email, and then watch this video. And there'll be a video underneath that. And then underneath the video, it'll say their next steps. And the first step will be check email, second step will be join Facebook group, and third step will be save the course login URL, which is gonna be your website or your domain.com/login or whatever you want the login URL to be. I like to put that on this page so that way they can save it and go back to it, because I don't know how many times I've enrolled in courses on people that use Kajabi and I forget their Kajabi login. It's always like blah blah blah.mykajabi.com blah blah blah, and it's just too much. So this is a way easier way to do that. But other than that, you can change these steps and make them whatever you want that has to do with your business. These are just kind of the steps, the basic steps that you should have on a thank you page. And I also like to put a button here to be able to log into the course, which will bring them to their course login page, which we'll be making next. And then I put a little text at the bottom that says, if you don't get this email, let us know, and then our email. So I'm gonna go create that. I'm gonna speed up the video again, so you can go ahead and watch. Otherwise, I'll see you in a sec when we move on to the next page, which is the course login page. All right, so let's take a look at how this thank you page came out. I built it pretty quick, I think. But I love simplicity, and these days, especially with everything being on mobile, like the simpler the better. So like I said, it's just like, yay, you're in, check out, watch the video. And you can put links from videos or for videos from YouTube, Vimeo, places like that. Anywhere that you can host your videos, you can put a link to here and it'll show up. And then we have the next steps. We have the login to the course and the little let us know if you didn't get your email text. So now that we've built the thank you page, let's move on to the next page, which is the login to the course page. Okay, let's move on to the course login page. And I'll actually probably not speed through this because it's really little and short, and I just want to talk about a few things as I'm building. So I'm first gonna add just the heading, and this could be your course. You could put your course logo here, or you could put your just course name here if you don't have a logo for it, or a, you know, something you made on Canva or whatever you use to make things, but who doesn't use Canva at this point in time? So yeah, we'll just build this out, and then as I put out the login form, I'll kind of talk about a few things. So I just want to add one more little thing before we put the login form. I just like to give people every available way of being able to access things and just make the user experience as, you know, good as possible. So we'll just make this, since I want to put this little link that says haven't purchased yet, we're going to make them go back to the sales page. That way they can follow the flow and purchase it if they want. Then I'm just gonna add one more little thing above that. Just gonna copy that so I don't have to redo all the formatting. And we're just gonna put login to course. And then we're just gonna put this right underneath that. And so you could put your course logo there and then have that there. We'll probably make this a little bit bigger considering that's the main thing here, and this a teeny bit smaller. I'm weird about that kind of stuff. I'm sure some of you are too. But okay, now this is what I wanted to talk about. So we will add, so in your widget section, you do have a login form. So you're just gonna grab the member login registration form here, and then we can do a few of the settings. So you can make it so they can register from here, but I honestly will get rid of that in the funnel because we want them to purchase the course. If they just register, they will not have access to the course. We need them to purchase the course, and then they're put into the member group, and then they have access to the course. And I'm gonna again show you the whole member thing at the end to how people can access this course and stay inside this funnel. So we're gonna take away the enable registrations, but if you wanted that on a regular page, not a funnel, you know, and you wanted people to be able to register for your website, you could have that when you put a login page on somewhere. But obviously we wanna enable them to be able to log in, and then you can change the login text. I usually just make it all caps, like it doesn't need to be anything crazy. And then if you want them to have a custom page shown after login, I would put that here, which obviously is gonna be the next funnel step, which in this case is the course dashboard, but you could also just click course dashboard. If this wasn't the next funnel step, you could just click that, but since it is, we're gonna leave it as the next funnel step. And so we're gonna move this down a little bit, and then we're gonna edit it real fast. I like how it looks already, so I don't really need to do too much editing to it, but I like to change things a little bit. I like having borders. I'm funny about that. And then change the text. I want it to be Helvetica. Border radius, let's change that a little bit. Cool, so I wanted to make it a little rounded. little rounded out. And then the button, I just want to change the text style. I want it to be the one we've been using and the size that we've been using. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Again, super simple, just super clean. And now that we've edited the login page, we will move on to the course dashboard. So I think you remember me saying earlier that on our course dashboard page, which we're gonna edit right now, I was gonna make it so that it personalized the text. And so whenever they land on this page, they will see the personalization. So again, you can just go right here and see what you want to use. And so I want to use the member's first name in this. So I'm going to begin building, and this one I may speed through in a sec, but I just wanted to show you this part of it. So I'm going to do that right now. So when they first log in, it's going to say, welcome to your course, whoever is logged in, which is super, super nice. And you can really get, you know, customized here for people. And I feel like people will appreciate this kind of level of customization and just, you know, thinking about them. We are gonna let that go for now. And so when someone logs in, they will see this. They'll see their name there instead of obviously member first name. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and edit this page, the course dashboard page. I'm gonna speed it up and then we'll be back to move on to creating the actual course, the modules, and the lessons. Okay, be right back. Okay, so this is the course dashboard page. Super simple, clean as always. You'll notice up here, obviously it's not showing the name because it's me logged in on my account, but when your customer logs in, they will see their name here. You see how it took away the, you know, the code that we put in. Then we just have a little announcement section, and you could put anything in here. You could put any pictures in here, anything you want. I mean, like I said, this is all drag and drop. You could change everything completely, add more to this. This is just kind of a base level course dashboard. Then we have, you know, they can download their workbook, they can join your Facebook group, you could have a help section you send them to, or you could just make this button go to email, you know, email you if they need help, however you want to do that. You could add more buttons, you could take these away, however you want to do it. And here we go with the links to the modules. They'll all be right here. And like I said, at the end, we will add all the links to everything, and I'll show you how that works inside of the funnel. But here's a quick little course dashboard page, and now we will actually move on to building the course, the modules, and the lessons. So super excited for that. Let's move on. So the module page, it is time to start building out the course. Let's go to this first module page. And as I said before, we will be duplicating these module and lesson pages. So that way we have the 4 modules that I just created and possibly 4 to 5 lessons each module. And we'll do that after we finish decorating and making how we want each module and lesson page to look. And if you want each page to look different, then you don't have to worry about duplicating at the end. You could just create all the pages and then go make them how you want them to look, depending on how your course flow is, how much customization you want to give, and how much, you know, interactive experience you want to give to your customers. So we'll start on the module page. I'm gonna speed this up, create the module page, and then we'll come back and move on to the lesson pages. All right, so this is the course module page. So we will duplicate this for each of the modules and add in the links for each of the lessons. So as you can see, it says module 1. Here are all the lessons in that module. I used it as an accordion widget, which you saw that you can change to different styles and change how you want it to look. But I like this. I like this a lot. I like being able to put more information about that lesson before they start it. Then we'll link this up at the end. I'll show you the links. And so they can go to the lesson right from here. They can, you can put a little module takeaway, what they're going to learn in this module. You could put more links to things. You could put, you could put a picture down here if you wanted to. You can put anything in here. And as you've seen, you can literally make anything how you want it to look. So you could completely delete this. You could add a bunch of photos to it. You could change the background. You could change everything about it. And then I also just added a little menu section, which you can also get in the widget section and make it how you want. You can make it vertical. You can make it just like the little hamburger, the little lines that they click. But I like this style. Obviously, it's going to be a hamburger on mobile, as you can see here. But that's also cute and easy for them to maneuver. So on the desktop, it looks like this. And so they can access their lessons. They can go back to the course dashboard. So however they want to get going with that. So it'll kind of link everything up, but I will do the links at the end. So actually we're finished with this module. So let's move on to making the lesson. So before I go and build the lesson, I'm actually going to copy these blocks because I like the layout of them, and we'll use them on the lesson page. So that's a little easier for me. And that way we don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So we're gonna go to the lesson page. I'm gonna build the lesson page real fast, and then I'm gonna come back and talk about a few things. So be right back. All right, so we have the lesson page created, and we will duplicate this in a second, but I just wanted to go over a few things. So we moved up the menu higher up for this page since I wanted to have a little homework section at the bottom. So I didn't want the menu at the bottom anymore, and I think this looks really great. I still like the menu at the bottom on the module page, but for the lesson page, I do like it better up here. And then I just added a video, and we'll go over a video in just a second because there's something I need to talk about. A little lesson description, maybe the lesson takeaway, download their workbook, download the audio version of it, download the transcript, and like I said, a little homework section that you could put a list of things in there and links and pictures and whatever you want. But we'll go over a few things real quick. So first, we'll talk about the download. So if you want someone to be able to download your workbook, your audio, your transcript, you're gonna go into the link section and you're gonna click File. And this is where you will upload the file for the PDF workbook or the audio or the transcript or whatever. And then when they click that, it'll automatically download for them. So that's really nice. I have it set just as the next funnel step right now because if I don't put a file in there, then nothing's gonna show. So when you go to do this, you'll put a file in here or whatever. If you just have a link to a Facebook group, you'll use the external link and put your Facebook group in there, etc., etc. If you have an email link, then you could just put your email in there, pop up. You get the gist here. And now we'll talk about videos real quick. So this video, to put in a video widget, first of all, you click video widget, you put it in there, and it's gonna ask you for the video source. Now the video source is gonna be YouTube, Vimeo, another one that I use is Spotlighter, and I'll show you that in a second. And the reason that we do not let you host your videos on this site is because videos take up a lot of bandwidth. And in order to have this all-in-one experience and all of the features that Pretty Dashboard has without slowing your site down like to no return, we use external video hosts. Now, You can use YouTube, so that's completely free. You could make it an unlisted video, so people, when they search, they don't find the video, and you could use that as your video. And so since these people have purchased your course and they are the only ones that can see these pages, those unlisted videos will never be found. So you could essentially do it for free with YouTube. You also have Vimeo, which you can use and has a free option. I think you could maybe upload maybe 5 to 10 videos for free with Vimeo. Put the link or the embed code in here and it'll show the video. And Vimeo also has other paid options that will allow you more videos, and if you want to do any kind of streaming or webinars, you can also do that with Vimeo. But they do have a free version, so you don't have to worry about that. But the one that we use is Spotlighter. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of Spotlighter just because it's an amazing video hosting platform. You can do so much with it. You can upload your video, you can do all the playback controls, you can add captions, you can have it transcript it for you automatically, you can put overlay pictures and colors and everything. You can have chapter markers in there. There's so much that you can do with this. It's pretty amazing. And the cool thing is Spotlighter's only, for their lowest plan, it's only $9 a month. So you get 25 videos with that. So if you have a course, like you could totally use that plan for your 25 videos. You might not even have 25 videos for your course. And so you can copy the embed code easily just by going to publish and then copying this code and putting it in here. And that's what's showing up right here. They also have plans that I think are like $20 a month and you get unlimited videos. So it's honestly a no-brainer, and the faster your website is, the faster or the more chances you will be found on Google. If your website is slow, you are not going to be on the first page of Google and you will not be found. So the faster your website is, the better with search engines and all of that. And so that's another reason why we keep the video hosting off of the platform. But like I said, there are free options. Spotlighter is an amazing option just because of all the things that you can add to your videos. You can even have like pop-up call to actions come up on your video. So as people are watching the course, it could pull up a link or a button that says, goes to the page that you're talking about maybe in the video, or maybe you're doing a webinar style video that's evergreen or whatever, because we do have evergreen masterclass funnels in here. So you could add this as the masterclass video, and as they're watching it, you could have a button pop up that says purchase my course and things like that. And that's why we love Spotlighter, because you can do so many customizations. You can make it look how you want to. So like you can have little pink like we have down here. You can change exactly how it looks. You can add your logo. It's really nice. And like I said, the low plan is only $9. The unlimited plan is like $20. It's so worth it, and you can do as much as you want. And so I just wanted to go over that real quick before you wondered if we could upload, because you can't, but you have several options. And you can also use a custom thumbnail, which is just a photo that goes over the video. So that's what that would look like if you just wanted a photo as the video before they played it. But I usually just leave the video, but you can have a photo that says like play now or whatever you want there. So yeah, that's basically how to build the lesson pages and what videos are like with your lessons. And not every lesson is going to have a video, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, it's time to connect everything. It's time to add the links and duplicate the pages and create the full course experience. So let's get into that. We're also going to go over a little bit of the mobile editing. I'm not going to show every page, but I'm going to show you how to make changes to the mobile without messing up your desktop. So first of all, let's just go duplicate these pages and make them ready to be linked up. So we're going to start with the module page. You're going to click the little icon there, duplicate, and we will do that a few times until there's 4 modules. Okay, now I'm going to go into each one and change a few of the things here, like make that module 2, and we'll add the menu stuff later. So we'll do that for now. Now we're going to go to the next one, and I actually like to change these settings too, just to keep for organization. So we're gonna change that to 2, change that to 2, and then we're gonna do the same thing here for all the other ones. 3, and then module 4. Okay, now let's go finish changing the pages real quick. Module 4. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing for the lessons. So we're gonna stick with 3 lessons in each for now, just so it doesn't get too overwhelming. But as you can see, you can add lessons and modules and other pages at any time. So we're gonna change that real quick. Okay, and let's go change the pages. Lesson 2. And then lesson 3. Okay, and before I move on, and you'll see in the next section, I'm gonna go over what this means, but I'm gonna make these global columns so that way we don't have to redo this every time. And I'll go over what this actually means in just a sec. I just want to do this real quick so that way we don't have to go through and do every single page like this. But you may kind of see what this is doing as we do it. But again, I'll go over it in just a second. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the modules. Now this can seem tedious, like creating your course like this, but honestly, like as you've seen, like it leaves for so much more customization. And once you understand how everything is connected, then it really just is really easy and makes sense. But you know, for their first time and your first time seeing this, it's gonna seem like it's like so much, and like why not just use a place that has a course template? And yeah, that is definitely a thought, but at the same time, you aren't able to customize things as much. You aren't able to create these journeys and these experiences for your customers. And I think having an interactive course is much more important than having just an easy way to upload things. Like, you know, so let's just add the lessons underneath here so we can keep this organized, and we're gonna duplicate these again for all these other modules. So let's just do that real quick. I'll probably speed through this. All right, so now that we've got everything duplicated, we are gonna go over the mobile real quick, and then we'll next go over how to add in all the links and change all the menu items and all of that, so everything links up in this course. So let's quickly go look at mobile, and we'll go to the sales page to do that, since you know there's more stuff on here, and I'll just quickly go over a few things. So like I said before, for the most part, it looks pretty good to me. You know, there might be some things that I want to change. Like, let me see if there's anything on this page so far. It all looks pretty good to me, but I actually might change how these pricing boxes look. So let's go do that. So right now, this is what the mobile looks like. You can hide it on mobile, which we're going to do. But let's go look at iPad view first. So yeah, I want to change it on both iPad and mobile. So we're going to go to mobile first. We're going to hide it on both the mobile and the iPad. So you see now that area is now hidden from mobile, and it's also hidden from the iPad. So we're gonna save that. Then we're gonna go to your desktop, and it still looks the same on here. It's not hidden on here. So we're gonna copy this block. So let me clear out what we've already had just for good measure. Now let's copy this, and let me just double check that the get started now looks fine. So we've copied that. So now we're gonna drag that into your mobile. And so now this is mobile only, but since we just hit it, we now have to make it show again. So this right here is showing with the red line is that this is mobile only. This is the one that we hid that's on the desktop. And so we'll save that and just go look at desktop real quick just to make sure. So it's not showing the new section that we put in. It's still just showing the one that's hidden on the mobile. So now we're gonna edit this, and this will only change everything for mobile. So, okay, so I just wanted to make things a little bit more centered. So I'm actually gonna center pretty much everything here. And make it so it's just super simple for them to see everything. So we'll just do this real quick just so I can show you how doing this on separately like this, instead of, you know, on some page builders you go and edit this on mobile, but then it fucks up the desktop view. So I like to do this separately like this, where mostly everything looks good, but if there's a few sections, all you have to do is just shut it off on mobile and then add the block in, and this will be mobile only, and you can edit it for just this mobile. So we will make sure everything is perfectly centered. So I like how that looks, and I'll go and edit the rest of this before I put it up as a template, but I just wanted to show you real quick that that does not mess up this view, and it now added that on here as well, but still does not show the old. So there you go. There's mobile. That's how you edit mobile. It's super simple, super customized. So we'll actually finish this now, and we will move on to finishing up the course and putting in all the links on the buttons and making sure everything goes to where it needs to go on the funnel. This may be a little bit longer of a section. I'm not going to speed through it. I want to make sure that we understand how to build courses on Pretty Dashboard. So let's get into that. We go and add all the links and the button links and the menu links and all of that. We're gonna do the members part that I was talking about. So that way, when someone purchases your course, they're the only ones that can see your course. They automatically get put into a member group. So we're gonna go make that member group real quick. So right here is your CRM. You can see all the information about your contacts. You can see the tags that you've tagged them in, and you can go to your email section and email those people in those groups. So we're gonna add a group real quick for online course students. That way those students are the only ones that can see your course pages, and they were the ones that purchased your course. So we'll add that group. So now that we've added that group, we're actually gonna go back to your store on your product for your online course. And we're gonna go down to here where we said it was a membership, and we're gonna make it so they get put into the online course students group. And we will connect all of that soon, but you just need to do those two things real quick. And then we will go back to the funnel and start adding in all of the links and everything. So we'll start on the sales page. The enroll now link is bringing them to the next funnel step, which is the checkout. So we're good there. Let's see where else we have buttons or any links or anything. So we have enroll now here, which brings them to the next funnel step, and same with this one. So that'll bring them to the checkout. And let's see, this one also brings them to the checkout. So we'll go down, see if there's any more. And again, these are probably going to the right place. Next funnel step, good. And then same with this one. All right, so this page is done and linked up. So we'll now go to the checkout page, and we'll just go over everything for good measure here. So let's go to the settings of this checkout. So the thank you page after they've checked out is going to be the next funnel step, which is the thank you page. And we've also tagged them as purchasing online course. We've already put in the product that they will become a member of online course students. And we've also put them into online course customers in the email marketing list, so you can email them. And because we've also added an upsell page, instead of being brought directly to the thank you page after they check out, it's gonna bring them to this upsell page that you create, And then after that, it will bring them to the thank you page. So let's go to the thank you page and make sure all the buttons on here are correct. So again, there's a video. You can use YouTube, Vimeo, Spotlighter, whatever you want to use. Now let's see if this login to your course button is going to the right place. Next funnel step, yes, which is the next funnel step is your course login page. But like I said, if you wanted it to go somewhere else, you totally could, but we want it to go to the course login page. So we're good to go on there. And then if you just want to add a link to an email, again, just go to the links and click email, put in your email, and it'll automatically link it up for you. So now we'll move on to the course login page, which we've already formatted to go to the next funnel step. So after they log in, they will be brought to the next funnel step, which is the course dashboard. Now this is where we're gonna start getting fun. So as I said before, workbook, you could just link that up to a file so it automatically downloads. Facebook group, you would just put an external link to Facebook, and help, you could put another external link to somewhere, or if you made a custom page for your help, you could put that here. And so for the modules, we want to link them to the module. Now, the module 1 may be the next funnel step, but you really just want them to go directly to that. So for each of these links, instead of clicking next module step, we're going to click module 1 or whatever one it is. Then we're going to do this one. This is module 2, so we're going to make it go to module 2. Then this one's module 3. We're going to make it go to module 3. And then this one is module 4, and we are going to make it go to module 4. So that's that for that page. We've linked up all that's on here, and we will save it and move on to the individual module pages. Okay, so we are on the module page now, and this is where it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's worth it to have your course in this funnel and keep it all custom and branded and everything with the domain name. So it's kind of worth it to me. So we're first going to start with the menu, and you saw me go through and click this column button and I made it a global column. A global column just means that when you put this on another page, if you change it on this page, it'll also show up on that page, so you don't have to keep duplicating menus when you do this. So when I change this menu, I'll show you that it will update the other menus. So we're gonna add all of the items here. So we're gonna add the next lessons and modules into this flow and just go from there. So I'll probably speed this up real quick and do this. All right, so we've got the menu put in here. We've made it a global column so that way you can see it on every other page that has this menu, and I'll show you that in just a sec, but I just wanted to show you like what this looks like. Super cute. You can get to any page from this that you put on there that you specified, which is nice. So again, because we made this a global column, now when we go to another module page or another lesson page, it's there already. So you don't have to keep doing that on every page. Okay, so now we're gonna go through and do the module pages and link up the lessons. I'm not gonna do this for every module, but we'll just do this together for this one module, and then you can go do your other ones. But just know that when this template is up for you to use, which it is on Pretty Dashboard, when you sign up, you just click online, you click funnels and you click online course funnels. And this one will be in here. It will all be linked up for you already. So all you have to do is put in your pictures, your videos, your text. But if you want to add more modules and lessons, you can just duplicate them and go through this process again. So we're just going to do this for this one. I probably won't speed it up just because I want to talk to you when I do it. But basically, with this lesson, with the link for this lesson 1, we're going to put that right here. And so this will bring it to lesson 1, module 1. And we'll do that again for the other ones. Whoops. And then lesson 2, we will click lesson 2. And then lesson 3, we will add lesson 3. And so you could do that on each of the pages. The menu's already done for you, so they can access all of them from here if you want. But I like to make more links and more just ways for people to get places with my courses. And last but not least, we've linked everything up. We've made the global columns, we've done the buttons, but now we need to give them access to this course. So in order to do that, again, they purchased the product, which put them into the online course members group. So we want to make sure everything after the login is all private and only for those people. So let's just do a few of these and then you can do the rest later. Now, course login, we still want to be live because this is where they're going to log in. So this is the course login link. So whatever, website.com/course login, or you could just make it login, and they're always going to be brought to this page to log in. So they stay in the funnel. And that way, after they log in, they'll be brought to the course dashboard and it will be shown to them because they are a member of the online course group that you specified when they purchased the product. So in order to make this members only, for them to see only, go to settings for each of these pages, go down to members only, choose the member group you want them in, which is online course students, confirm, save, and then those people, when they log in, will be able to see the course dashboard. If someone were to somehow land on yoursite.com/course dashboard, they wouldn't see anything but a login thing. And so if they landed on it and they are a course member and they log in, they'll be brought to their course dashboard and they can start the course. So we'll do that for a few of these. So for module 1, we are going to make this members only. And for lesson 1, we will make this members only. So you're going to want to do that for all of the pages that are after the course login page. You do not want to do this for the course login page. You don't want to do this for the thank you, the checkout, or the sales page, because then people won't be able to see those before they purchase your course. Now, we've finished, but I do want to go through this flow one more time just so you understand what just happened and so you can see it one more time. And then if you need to go back and watch this video a million times, which I'm sure you're going to have to build out your course, you can do so. But let's just go kind of quickly through. So first they start on the landing page, the sales page. You can put whatever you want on there. If they click any button on this page, it's keeping them in the funnel and bringing them to the checkout page where they can learn more about it, whatever. You can have their checkout. And then after they go through the checkout, they will be brought to the thank you page if you don't use an upsell. And so they're on the thank you page. Yay, you're enrolled, blah, blah, blah. Then it's going to bring you to the login page where they'll log in, and which will bring them to the course dashboard page, which is where, and now you see how there's a login now, even on my preview, because so this is what people will see when they try to land on your course dashboard page. So, we have the course dashboard page. If they click start now on module 1, they're going to be brought to module 1, which if I try to look at it again, it's going to be a login. So they're on module 1 page. They go into their lesson and they choose lesson 1 and they get brought to the lesson page where they can watch and do their homework and everything, and they can access all the other places from right here. So super nice, super simple. It seems like a lot, but as you can see, you can get super custom. You could make every single one of these pages look completely different, and it can take some time, but at the end of the day, if you are selling a high level course, having a customized page for each one is honestly going to give them an amazing experience. If you want to just use the same pages just like this, you can just drag and drop your information into the template, or you could make your own, module page and then just duplicate it and enter in the different links for it. And that's it. It seems tedious, but at the end of the day, you're keeping them in your funnel, you're keeping them in a different domain name than your main website, and you're just giving them a journey and an experience that they will not get with another course dashboard or course platform. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned how to make your courses. If you have any questions ever and you need help with building out your course, just let me know. You can contact me at hello@prettydash.co. Otherwise, I will keep posting videos like this to help you build out different funnels. And like I said, I go live every single week on YouTube on the weekend. So subscribe to this channel so that way you can see me go live, and I'll build a website from scratch every single week, whether it takes 3 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, whatever. You can take intermissions and come back and watch them later. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, like this video, share it, and I hope that it helps you build out your online courses for your amazing beauty business.